out the shop, and the streets there was nobody. What a couple of months ago would have been packed high street, you know what I mean? To nobody. It was eerie. But now we're back open, the bars are open, everybody's happy again. And
hello, thanks for joining us again. I'm Nicky from Surf Holidays. And last week we heard from the Algarve in Portugal, and this week it's Fuerteventura's turn. Part of the Canary Islands, it's sitting off the coast of Morocco, and one of our favorite places. Beautiful white sandy beaches, great surf, a really nice laid-back island vibe. It has about 46 COVID-19 cases, or it's had 46 COVID-19 cases, none at the moment, and it's not had any deaths. The island, all its shops, restaurants are all open now, and from July 1st, all airlines are restarting their schedules there, with no quarantines in place on arrival. Joining me now is Chloe from Wave Rider Surf House, home to arguably the best sun terrace in Europe. A beautiful space with jacuzzi, big outdoor yoga, barbecue. Stunning place. We can't wait to go back there. So thanks for joining us, Chloe. How are you doing?
Oh, that's it. You forgot the hosts, Nicky. Come on.
The hosts are the best hosts in the world.
Nice to see you.
And you. So tell us, so you and your partner Nathan set the place up there. Do you want to tell us why you set it up, or how you came about setting it up?
Yeah, so Nathan had the surf school. He came over here in 2009 and bought the surf school from another guy who was leaving. And I moved here in 2010 and ruined Nathan's life forever. So yeah, he had the surf school, and it was small. It was just him, one van, and it was really good. He kind of picked it up sort of where the other guy left off, and it was really, really nice. Then when I helping him with the inquiries, the emails, kind of getting a bit involved in that. Yeah. In 2012, there was a locale in town we saw sort of was up for rent, and we kind of thought, oh, let's, we could try a surf shop. Really? So we went in, and we didn't have much merchandise, but we sort of mainly used it for like bookings, people walking in, booking lessons. We did like board rental, wetsuit rental and stuff like that. And it was good, but we sort of figured out from everybody coming to us, they wanted we used to put people up in hotels and recommend various different kind of apartment hotels around town, but people wanted the surf camp experience. So we came across this big villa down, you'll remember it, was our first villa down just opposite Punta Elena, and it wasn't on the beach, it was a bit behind, it was a street behind, but it was a really nice old villa which we completely renovated, did it up, opened it, and it was great. It was really nice, and we had that running for about a year. And the gentleman who owned the villa was quite old, so he sold the villa, and which led us to the one we have now. Which we're coming into our 5th year with it, and it's right on the beach, like you said. It's just got the view, the jacuzzi. Yeah. It's super, especially for landlocked, workers who just literally want to escape, just chill out, kick back. And
I meant to ask you as well. You've a famous uncle, or relatively famous in Ireland, anyway.
Yes. My dad's brother, Kevin, he was the pioneer of Irish surfing. He started surfing in the 60s with a self-made surfboard, and he's 70 something now, and he's still surfing. He's brilliant. Yeah, he founded the East Coast
Surf.
Yeah. He came out. He went to Lanzarote. And he contacted me a few years ago, and he came out, he got the ferry across to here, and he saw the first villa. Yeah. So we showed him around, but that day he was like, he had his board with him, but the conditions were crap, and he was just like, But so that's my uncle. So
and surfing away then, would he go over back home and surf away?
Yeah, I think he still does, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where he would go. Probably up to, I suppose, wherever he can. He's mad. My sister joined the surf club a few years ago. She went out with him, and she said the first time she ever went, it was like a storm. The wind was coming in sideways, the rain, she couldn't see, and he was like, this is great, come on, and she was just like, oh my God, really? He's mad, no fear, amazing person. He has a book out as well, and it's also in the villa. All the guests have seen it, and check it out. It's really cool.
Great, that's great. And I was going to say, I don't know if you remembered this. I remember about you. It could have been about 6-7 years ago. We got a very famous person book through us, and you guys took care of him. And he's the person is, I probably can't say the name, but he's currently a European leader, and he went surfing with Nathan, and I think he was a good surfer, but most of his mates kind of just went straight to the pub. Don't know if you remember.
European leader.
Yeah, you have to ask Nathan.
Oh,
6-7 years ago, yeah.
I wasn't told about this because I would have ruined the. Yeah,
but,
we also had an MP as well in the villa. I'm not going to say name, but I had that MP playing "The Floor Is Lava" with my 4-year-old. Okay. Oh, if I had a video.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. Tell us about what it's been like when lockdown happened, when you were, probably mid-March, all of a sudden you guys found yourself in lockdown.
Yeah, it was the 12th of March, I think, or in and around. I was just saying, there was all this, COVID was rife, everybody was talking about it, but nobody really knew what was going on. And it was kind of talks that, we might go into lockdown. And it was all around the time we were all sort of giving each other the elbow and, we can't hold hands anymore. And we'd heard that we were going on lockdown on a Sunday, but it was Saturday night, and I had some friends out in town, and they said one minute they were out, next minute the Guardia going down the streets. Yeah, everybody home, everybody leave, literally bars shutting their shutters down, and that was it. That was our lockdown. And then the very next day, the army trucks were driving around all the streets. The police had their loudspeakers telling everybody to go home. You were not allowed to leave your house for anything unless you were going to the supermarket. If you couldn't prove you were going to the supermarket, you were going home. There was people getting fines.
Really?
Walking, you were only allowed to walk your dog 50 meters from your house. You couldn't, people were kind of like, we could just sneak to the beach. Nah, they were all over the place. Yeah, it was no joke. There was pictures, I remember of a guy with his paddleboard been walked off the beach with about 4 policemen just down on Waikiki Beach. It was, and then people were sort of like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah.
And
did you have any guests staying with you?
Pardon?
Did you have any guests staying with you?
We did. We had we had 3 German girls left, and their flight kept getting cancelled. So this is when we were in lockdown. They had it about another week, and there was another guy who's from near Russia, and the girls managed to get home kind of 3 different. One went home on her own, and the 2 other girls then stayed. But we couldn't really get down to see them. Nathan managed to get down a couple of times.
Yeah.
And they were happy out. They were like, we're fine. They had the jacuzzi. We just opened up all the breakfast cupboards and stuff like that. They helped themselves. And then the guy, he was happy. He was on his own for about 3 nights, and we were in constant contact with him. And he left us an amazing review. He wants to come back. So yeah, it was really, really cool. There was a few people I think that got stuck here, and stuck. Maybe they decided to stay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Worst places to be in lockdown.
yeah. I mean, and what's the mood like now? I mean, I presume there's no tourists back yet, really. So it's
not yet.
But
we're ready.
But you're ready.
We are ready. No, right now everybody, since we've been allowed out, it was a bit annoying when they let us out in stages. So the first one, they let the kids out, and then the exercising. Oh my God, I can't remember which one it came in. So the children were allowed out between, was it 10? No, I can't. Okay, don't quote me on the times. But we weren't allowed to go to the beaches. So the kids were allowed out, not to the playgrounds. You were allowed out on their bikes, on their scooters. All the parks were closed. Then we were allowed out to exercise, but all in different groups. So the adults were allowed out, the elderly were allowed out, the kids were allowed out. And then, but we weren't allowed to go surfing, weren't allowed to go swimming on the beach, paddleboarding, whatever. So everybody started getting really angry at this. Then they said, okay, you can go surfing, you can do water sports, but it has to be, you can't drive to your surf.
Yeah.
But you have to do it in the 5-kilometer radius of where you live. So then all of a sudden everybody's putting strapping their boards to the bikes, and they're cycling to their beaches. It was so cool. It was really cool to see on social media. Everybody's just going along, setting off. It was from 6 to 10, so people were setting off at 6 a.m. And Nathan got a couple of surfs in down in Punta Elena, which is just in front of the villa, and it was really cool. And then because the conditions went there, everybody's angry because they're like, okay, well, the waves are over in Alcatillo. We want to get there.
Yeah.
And again, the kids weren't allowed to swim in the sea. The police saw you, your little kid having a paddle, and they blow the whistle and you get in trouble.
Really?
Then they allowed us to surf, and it was an amazing day. And we can go to the beaches now. All the beaches are open. You have to keep your 2-meter distance. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's so much better, because people were like, it's 30 degrees out. I don't want to be stuck on the sofa watching TV. I want to be lying on the beach.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now it's,
I think, like, you know, wow, one day they allowed us to surf, you know, it's just.
I know, yeah. But that first day we were allowed out, it got really intense, the lockdown. People, it was really bad. Like, it was, the first few weeks it was okay. It was like, you know, people started kind of baking. We're doing our Zoom calls and stuff like that. But then it was just like, no, enough, like enough, no more. But now it's great. The town is buzzing. I've been out a few Saturday nights, and everybody's just happy. The bars, tapas bars are open, restaurants are open. It's a good time to be alive.
Brilliant. And Chris, so what do you think the changes will be to your house there and the surf lessons?
So as far as I know, it's 5 people in a van.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it's going to be so there's going to be 5 people in the van. In the van, you'll have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
With the villa, so this summer we're taking a lot of private bookings. So people like families and groups of friends who are renting the villa privately, and that's fine, because they're all as one. And then we'll get the villa ready for them. They go in and rent it, and so we're going to have our surf camp ready for September.
Yeah.
So from September, we're going to be open, but we're not we're going to go with the guidelines. So at the moment, obviously we wouldn't have 2 strangers share a room. So it'll be 1 person per room. Obviously, if 2 people book, they can share a room together.
Yeah.
We don't have massive dorm rooms anyway. So the biggest room we have is 3 beds. So if 3 friends book, obviously we'll put the 3 friends or family members or whatever in that room.
Yeah.
Changes in the villa will be things like, we obviously will have our sanitizing stations all over the villa. You know, our cleaners go in daily anyway, but we'll be sanitizing, for example, like the door handles, the banisters going upstairs. The surf equipment will be disinfected, obviously, more times. And then obviously, because we don't live in the villa, we're not there all the time, but like we'll have disinfectant spraying wipes for guests who want to, say, go on a deck chair in the afternoon. They can just wipe it down themselves. The same with the bally bed. Breakfast, I've heard from a few people saying that they can't do the buffet. And I don't know what the hotels are going to do here, but if we can, because the villa can sleep 17, but if we're not allowed to seat 17 for breakfast, we will do something maybe like 2 different groups for breakfast, 2 set times. So do you understand? So like 7 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, or whatever, like, but we will still be doing breakfast. We just have to figure out a system that's going to work.
I know. More extra work. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of things that you think of as just going to be the new normal, isn't it? Really, I think everybody, and I know there's a lot of people sort of, it's half and half, isn't it? People who want to travel, who are just gagging to. We've had so many bookings you wouldn't believe, for inquiries for people who want to come out, and they're just like, I'm ready. A lot of solo travelers, but then there's the ones who are just like, no, not this year. But I think because everybody's so used to it now, and sort of just like, I think if you want to travel, this is the new normal. This is the way it's going to be. You have to have your mask, be prepared, give yourself plenty of time at the airports. Everybody is on the same, you know, the airport staff will be, you know, ready. The people on the other end are going to be ready. I know the Minister of Health has said that they are going to be doing selective tests on arrival here, but again, it's all kind of up in the air, hasn't been confirmed yet, but it'll be selective testing, especially for passengers coming from a very infected area.
Heard that as well.
So it won't be for everybody. And then, like you said, there'll be no 14-day quarantine on arrival here. And then it's not mandatory to wear a mask on the streets. However, if you go into a supermarket or a pharmacy, or you book your airport transfer with us, you got to wear your mask.
I suppose it's a stupid question, like, do people have to bring their own masks, or will you guys have boxes of masks ready to go? Or
so that's something actually Nathan and I spoke about the other day. I mean, it's always good. I've got about 10. You lose them, don't you? Do you lose your mask? I don't know where mine go.
I know.
They're like the shopping bags. You've got loads and you can't find any. I would like to supply them at the villa. Because you're going to have people come, they can't find a mask, but they need to go to a supermarket, you know.
I'm sure Ryanair probably charges €30 for one that you can buy when you're mid-flight.
Probably, like I said, but there's the kiddie ball machines where you put your euro in, you get a toy. They have been replaced with masks.
Have they
So
really?
you put your euro in and you get a mask. It's
Get 'em.
wonderful. So
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so the kids are loving it.
oh yeah, they're over the moon, aren't they?
And what would be, let's say, the age and nationality breakup? Like, it might change a bit now if certain countries find it easier to get in. But let's say last year, what would have been the kind of average age and the kind of different nationality makeup?
The age is 20s, 30s, 40s, all working professionals. Yeah. Oh, from everywhere. England. Not very many Irish. We had a big group. They come in clusters. The Irish do, never all the time. But no, a lot of Germans, French, Denmark. We had a family from Hawaii once stay in the villa, which is cool. A few people from New York. Like I said, we get so many solo travelers.
Yeah, I think the great part of the surf holiday that it definitely more so than other holidays, it brings together all different nationalities like under one roof.
It really does. Like, honestly, everywhere, Switzerland, and they all have that sort of same thing in common. And I know I had a guy and he was booked to come out in March just before we locked down. I felt so sorry for him because it was his first time going on a solo trip. He was so nervous. He told me he was emailing me and he was asking questions and would he be the only one in the villa?
Yeah.
He was arriving late. Will everybody be out? And I was really just trying to assure him. I was like, look, just trust me. When you get here, you will love it. And the solo travel, it's not because you don't have any friends or whatever. It's because partners, the other one can't get time off work. Friends book, one of them can't come, or one of them gets injured, or simply just because, you want to go on a solo holiday. You meet people instantly. And we have solo travelers who have met in our villa in the first year, and every year they come back. All of them meet up at the same time, and it's great. And we've watched friendships grow, the odd relationship.
Yeah.
Saying a word, but now it's I don't know what you're talking about. But it's such a great thing, and I would recommend if you're thinking about it, do it. I have never gone on a solo holiday. I would do one tomorrow.
There's always a bit of anxiety there, but you're right. Like they're just great holidays for this.
Oh yeah. We have more solo travelers than couples and friends come. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, and they're married. The guys come and their wife. It's just maybe their wife doesn't want to surf, or maybe the husband doesn't want to surf, or vice versa. Like it's completely normal, and it's
a lot of bookings now. I'd say a lot of people are just a bit tired of their partner and could do it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm looking. I swear to God. A lot of inquiries. I think people are still just hanging on and waiting because obviously the airport's opening. But then I think do you have to go into 14-day quarantine in Ireland now?
No, when you go home, it's quite unclear the rules exactly. And there's different rules throughout every single country. So
I know that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know I know in Hong Kong, for example, they give you if you arrive back in the country in the airport, they give you a wristband to wear. And once you get into your house, you have to walk to the four corners of your house, and that's you tracked inside your house. And if you leave the house, it goes off, and someone will call to your door. That's the extreme. Like they've only had 4 deaths in the whole of Hong Kong.
Oh wow!
Whereas other places like Ireland, you leave your address, and I think UK, you leave your address. You tell them where you're going to be. They might potentially call out to you, but I mean, essentially, are they really going to call out to you? So
how are they going to man that?
How are they going to manage? Like I think the contact tracing, could be better in some of the countries. So, but anyway. Yeah. That's probably different.
No, it's good. It's good here. Like I said, they're going to be doing selective testing, maybe on people on arrive. Like I said, there's been no cases here. We're just ready here. The bars are open. That everybody's renovating their restaurants, and there's some new places popping up. So we're updating, and there's lots of new cool places to eat, to drink, and we are ready. We got the vans ready, the equipment is ready, the villas.
And would you still be like, if beginners and intermediates arrive, would you still take them to separate beaches, run the lessons separate?
Absolutely, yeah. Always. So the intermediates, from the best time to surf here is September to April. It's like surfing heaven here. The summertime that's why we're kind of doing more private bookings. So it's very much half and half. And whatever time Nathan and the other guys want to separate the lessons, a lot of intermediate surfers who come back, they bring their own boards, and they won't so much book lessons. They'll book maybe just some guiding, and they'll go in the van with Nathan, and he'll take them to various different spots. Stop off for coffee on the way. Yeah, it's super nice. Really, really nice. The beginners, it's a really nice time to learn as well, because obviously the bill is packed full of people who are learning. So they're going through all the emotions together, the shoulder pain and the crying. Wednesday is the cry day. And I've noticed. So people, that's when they break down. I'm unsure. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Drink this. You're fine.
Somebody hold me.
Oh, I am always the shoulder to cry on. Wednesday morning when I go down, the girls, and they're sitting there. Not always girls. I'm very much so with the guys too. Like grown men cry on my shoulder. No, but it's great. Everybody's in it together and they're having fun, and they're taking, the GoPro, watching back the footage. Friday, we do a social night. Again, I think by September we'll be able to bring groups of, but we get people who book lessons who aren't in the villa. Do you know what I mean? They're staying in hotels or apartments or whatever. So we could have a group of 20 people at a table on Friday. We do barbecue. We go out to wherever's doing the best deals for burgers or pizza. And and it's a great night. It's always the night people fly home normally.
The
try and get them up the next morning.
Listen, Chloe, I can't wait to get back there. We love the place. It's been great chatting to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Let's enjoy the next few weeks, and let's look forward to July 1st.
Absolutely, welcome it, and thank you so much for chatting with us. And I just want to say a big, massive thank you to all the frontline staff workers all over, and just just thank you for everything and keeping us, our family, safe and well, and bring on the travels.
Bring on the summer, yeah.